Thousands of years ago, humanity took up the idea that humanity, the earth was the center of all universe. Of course, that wasn't true. The ego got involved and it created an alternate timeline from that point that humanity has been on. These timelines are events that take place in our expanded consciousness and understanding. But the alternate timeline took humanity down a different path than the universe had set out for humanity.
As far as a learning path.
That's right.
Yeah.
So at this moment of time, there's considered much chaos as a result of our lack of truth and reality.
And a lot of it has to do with the deception that has occurred in our misperception, which is a huge part of it. So our reality does not mirror the reality of the rest of the universe. And so right now we are at a point in time where we have the ending of one cycle and the beginning of a whole new cycle at a higher level of understanding. And yet our world is just humanity is full of misperceptions, and that has to be corrected. So we have to be brought back to truth and reality as the universe sees it in order for those timelines to converge. Our guides have said that they could not alter or correct this alternate timeline early on because it would create a malfunction of some sort, and that the alternate timeline had to be stretched in order to accommodate this bend in the timeline before it could be reconnected.
You can't just redirect man or humankind immediately.
Here we have just an example. This would be an example of the universal learning timeline, an expansion of universal consciousness and understanding
for humanity that was set early on.
And then this would be the ending of one cycle and the beginning of another.
But the ego of the humanity tapped into themselves several thousands of years ago, and this had to follow. And this reminds me a lot of the Hopi path, the two paths that men can be on.
The Hopi prophecy rock. Yeah. But here we are now, and we've got to converge with the universal timeline.